itself in order to use its special attack. It's the same thing as the cure off, same exact concept, but and basically the strongest Soviet Navy unit, just like the Shogun for Japan and the aircraft carrier for Allies. They're like, and they're a third tech unit, the only third tech unit. See Akula, Dreadnought, Stingray, and you can make Sputniks and MCVs from the for any unit team. You can make an MCV from the Navy Yard. So if you get blown up on land, you should survive in the Navy, in the water, and with the Navy, and make another MCV. And you can make Sputniks from the Navy Yard, and only Soviet has Sputnik, by the way. So, and this is a lot stronger than this. It's only a second tier thing, but it's like it's strong like the Spectrum Tower, and it kills everything. It just destroys everything on land. It's even good against third tier units. See how?
Vengeance is near.
Remember, I gotta show this guy first.
Apocalypse tanks can easily take on other vehicles with their powerful main guns, and can crush most anything under their massive treads. Their special ability is a magnetic harpoon, which can throw enemy vehicles in for the kill.
And by the way, if you grab them with a harpoon, they can't move. It just destroys like lower lever tanks like easily, and that's the advantage of Soviet and Japan both have these like super heavy. This is considered a super heavy armor tank. Japan has a King Oni, and this guy is a stronger Soviet tank. And it just, if you use the grinder tread upgrade, it makes him better at running them over, I believe. And this harpoon, it kills buildings like nothing. It grinds war factories. It just destroys everything. It's strong as hell. And even without it, just a basic gun. Watch, he's just. Oh, I got him. And by the way, you could run them over too. You don't even need to use a grinder tread. And by the way, those guys are anti-tank, so they could hurt my Apocalypse tank, but the guys with samurai swords can't. And and I got my vacuum includer. It's gonna blow him up. He's not easy, so I don't want to lose him, so I'm just gonna use the Iron Curtain. Sorry, I didn't use it on this main base. Kind of was corny, but I think it's the last one. I'm gonna show.
The V4 rocket launchers are long-range artillery pieces whose rockets can quickly destroy most any unit or structure if they hit. Their special ability is to fire multi-warheads that split up in flight, causing widespread damage. Note, V4s cannot defend themselves up close.
And this is actually a good unit. If you played Red Alert 2, you would notice that a V3, they're usually not good. Once in a while they're good, but V4, this is actually a really good unit. It kills everything. But the difference between this and an Athena cannon for the Allies, you could dodge, you could see it coming and you could dodge it. You can move out of the way. But if you're firing at a building, the building obviously can't move out of the way. But tanks and infantry units can move out of the way, so that's a disadvantage of it. But it's a very good unit. But if you're making a lot of stuff, you're better off making a lot of Apocalypse tanks than these guys. And look at that, just kills everything. Oh, I didn't do it right. And I'm gonna flag troop. I don't know if I showed yet. And I think this should be the last unit. I'm gonna show all the Navy units. Oops. I'm gonna make one more.
Who wants a piece of this?
Flak troopers are convicts forced to carry out their sentence by fighting with heavy weapons on the front lines. They are most effective against aircraft. They can switch to using magnetic mines that work well against vehicles. These mines will also detonate should the vehicle crush the flak trooper.
And they're kind of like they have mines. They kill buildings too. You can use them on buildings, not just on units like the computer said. But the bombs are more for tanks and buildings, not for other infantry. And it's like kind of like a Crazy Ivan and a flag trooper combined from Red Alert 2.
Unit lost.
But
Again, fire! Maintain fire sequence. Resetting. Again, fire! Yes, sir.
Our base is under attack.
Launch! Ready to fire.
I never actually used these things. It just makes them split up. I don't know. Into more than one. Okay, that's all. And Iron Curd. And Soviet's a very good army. I think I showed all the weapons. I didn't go really deep into strategy. I just mentioned a couple things. And by the way, a lot of the best players they wall their ore refineries because it's a lot harder to kill.
Construction complete.
And that'd be attack this video. I don't usually do it though. I just kind of like try to keep my base safe. And if they say they came in with a Mega Tengu from Japan, I would sell one thing in the wall, bring the thing out, put it into shell mode, and then bring some units in to protect it. And this is the third lever orbital drop is very strong.
Is under attack.
And notice how the Tesla Tower is very strong. And by the way, you could use the MCB to base walk people because you could still build with the grinder. And Soviet builds better than Allies because it could build two things with the grinder at the same time. Allies would need two MCBs to be able to do the same, and that's very expensive to spend $5,000. And Soviet is a lot less vulnerable, has a lot of less vulnerables than Japan because nanocores get killed, and you can just move MCBs. And with nanocores, you have to, if you wanted to make a base defense with a nanocore to attack, you wanted to base walk, you would either have to move the MCB and then punch out nanocores, or you would have to just bring nanocores that are defender cores. Or spectrum cores, not spectrum, I forget the name, that attack them, and they could see them coming. A Soviet or Allies could blow them up before they get there. So Soviet is the best at base walking. That's what I'm trying to say. I might have not said it well, but they're the best at base walking because they could come over with Telsa towers, and the Telsa towers just tear everything up, and you could put a Telsa trooper on it, just like in Red Alert 2, same concept. And that'll be the end of the video. I hope this helped you a little bit. Yeah, I showed everything. Okay, bye. If I forgot something, then you can figure it out on your own if you buy the game and go to scrimmage, and then you hit the question mark.
Ore collectors automatically gather resources essential to fueling the Soviet war machine. These amphibious vehicles must be protected at all costs. Their special ability is to deploy reactive armor, which makes them highly resistant to enemy attacks. Note, they cannot gather resources in this state.